Mount Everest, the highest peak in the world, has long been a magnet for adventurers, climbers, and mountaineers seeking to conquer its towering heights. However, the history of those who attempt to survive on its slopes is marked by both incredible triumph and tragic loss. The stories of these climbers reveal not only the physical challenges of scaling the mountain but also the psychological and emotional battles they endure. The early expeditions. The lore of Everest dates back to the early 20th century. The first recorded attempt to reach the summit was made by a British team in 1921, led by George Mallory. Mallory famously responded to the question of why he wanted to climb Everest with the simple phrase, "Because it's there." His disappearance during the 1924 expedition left many questions unanswered, and it wasn't until 1999 that his body was discovered, prompting new discussions about the risks involved in high-altitude climbing. The hazards of high-altitude climbing Everest is fraught with dangers. The thin air at high altitudes leads to altitude sickness, which can cause dizziness, nausea, and even death. The infamous death zone, above 8,000 meters (26,247 feet), presents severe risks, including frostbite, hypoxia, and extreme weather conditions. Climbers must contend with avalanches, crevices, and shifting ice, all of which can lead to deadly consequences. The tragedy of 1996. One of the most harrowing chapters in Everest history occurred during the 1996 climbing season. A series of factors, including a sudden storm, contributed to the deaths of 8 climbers. Jon Krakauer, a journalist who was part of the expedition, documented these events in his book Into Thin Air, highlighting the psychological strain and the ethical dilemmas faced by climbers in life and death situations. The tragedy underscored the perilous nature of the mountain and raised questions about the commercialization of Everest, as more climbers sought to reach the summit despite the risks. Survival stories. Despite the dangers, there are countless stories of survival and resilience. One notable figure is Reinhold Messner, the first person to climb Everest without supplemental oxygen in 1978. His approach to climbing emphasized understanding the mountain's challenges and respecting its power. Messner's philosophy centers on the idea that survival is as much about mental fortitude as it is about physical capability. Another story of survival is that of Beck Weathers, who was caught in the 1996 storm but miraculously found his way back to safety after being left for dead. His account of the experience emphasizes the importance of teamwork and determination. Weathers' journey from despair to survival serves as a testament to the human spirit's resilience in the face of overwhelming odds. The evolution of climbing culture. In recent years, the culture of Everest climbing has evolved significantly. The rise of commercial expeditions has made the mountain